Okay. What's going on, people? It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. Oh man, we got some hot stuff to talk about today, so get what? Turn it off, turn it all the way off, boy! All right, man, let me chill. Okay, but oh man, today, I'm sorry. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Brevon Towns. This is Sports Plus Life. This is that there sports podcast that talk about all the hot topics that need to be talked about in sports as well as life. As I've been saying for the last 3-4 months, life has been dominating the topics, but sports is making a comeback, and we got some developing situations. But how is everybody doing today? It is fresh. It is a fresh Monday. Ooh. I'm about to burp. I'm sorry. It's a fresh Monday. Your boy is on vacation here there. Yeah, I'm on vacation this week. I don't have to go back to, matter of fact, I don't have to go back to work until, oh Lord, it's raining hard now. I don't have to go back to work until August 19th. Yes, August 19th. Ain't that a bug? But anyway, it is Monday, August 10th, 2020. And it was a little hot first, but now as I just look outside, it is raining like crazy here in the Richmond, VA. We've gotten a lot of that over the last week. It's just like such a buzzkill for real. Like I'm tired of all this rain. We ain't in Florida. All it does is make it hotter out here. But anyway, man, we got some things to talk about. So without further ado, let's get to it, bro. Okay, I'm going to jump right into these developing situations in regards to the college football season. Now, I'm not going to be on this topic for a long time, but I figure I would lead with it because look, I do enjoy watching college football. I more or less watch, try to keep up with the local college football as far as UVA, Virginia Tech, things like that. But last week, we had the Big Ten and the SEC and the Pac-12 and the ACC putting out college football schedules. Now, all of a sudden, it looks like the college football season is going to be postponed, if not outright canceled, for this fall of 2020. Boy, 2020 has been the year of are you effing kidding me? So, God damn! Now, me personally, I think the NCAA would be getting just what it deserves if the college football season has to be canceled. There's no type of leadership in the NFL, in the NCAA. You have your Power 5 conferences and they meet and yada, yada, yada. But there's no one person, like no one commissioner like a Adam Silver or Roger Goodell or even the incompetent Commissioner Manfred of Major League Baseball. But there's no one person who is overseeing everything. Again, another example, like a Dana White with the UFC. The NCAA doesn't have that. And the players have pretty much damn near organized where they just put out hashtag we want to play, but they're having demands. They want safety protocols put in place because yes, they would be, they are taking the risk if they choose to play this season in college football. Now, there have already been some top-notch players like the All-American receiver out of the University of Minnesota who said, no, I'm not playing this season. And he said, I'm just going to get ready for the NFL draft. To me, where the players, while, they are in the greatest position where they have ever been to make demands in regards to the college football season, to me, where the players are still missing the boat is you want to play. That's great. Obviously, the universities and the institutions want you to play. Now, Connecticut said no football. The MAC conference has said nope, no football. But when it comes to these Power 5 conferences, yeah, of course they want you to play. This is big business right here. But these players need to demand the money because that's what this all revolves around. It's the money. Why do you think the NCAA is still putting out schedules and, pretty much trying to go full speed ahead? Is because it's about the dollars. They are $1 billion business, just like the NFL. Not quite as much as the NFL, but college football is the second top dog when it comes to sports. I'm not gonna say I can't say pro because they're not supposed to be professional, but when it comes to what's king in America, it's the NFL, it's college football. The NBA may be slightly over top of college football, but it ain't by much. I promise you, it's not by much. But the NCAA will be getting what it deserves because, look, America has clearly missed the ball when it comes to the coronavirus pandemic. The government has outright failed us as a country when it comes to the handling of this pandemic. People have bitched so much about not wanting to wear them. And look, I've said it several times. I don't like this punk ass virus. I'm not going to stop living my life. Don't be afraid. I've said all of that stuff and I mean it. But I never said don't be responsible. Okay, I'm not saying live your life in fear, but what I'm saying is don't be irresponsible. Be responsible. I never said not to be responsible, because I think this like everybody else, this thing sucks. I do think there was a level of scare tactics that were used by the media, CNN, MSNBC, that's, the rah-rah that was designed to scare you, but it is still something that is taking lives, and it is, it is real. It is real, and America has missed the boat on it by pretty much having an arrogant and ignorant attitude of, oh, we're America. Well, this virus isn't going to stop us. Okay, fine. But now what it has stopped is because there have been levels spiking up again, now you may not have college football. And why I say the players are missing the boat, get paid. Get paid, bruh. If you are going to, look, the reason why I have such a problem with them trying to play college football as opposed to the NFL, the players are getting paid. They're getting paid. These are professional athletes. Okay? These are professional athletes. They have the choice. If you choose not to play, you won't get paid. That's fair. Honestly, that's fair. Like Odell Beckham saying, I don't think there should be a season, but he's deciding to play and he's going to make like $19 million this year. If you're going to decide to play, shut the fuck up. Don't sit there and say, well, I don't think we should play, but then decide to play. If you don't think we should play, sit your ass at home and don't play. That is your option. Nobody would look down on you if you did that. But where the college players are missing the boat at is saying, okay, you guys, these institutions of quote unquote higher learning, the NCAA, that is $1 billion business, you guys want us to come out and play and risk health for free. Hell no. Where they do that at? No, this is the time of bitch better have my money. Biatch. I'm serious. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again. The NCAA has been pimping these quote unquote student athletes out for decades. They rake in the cash. The players get nothing, and then they come with this old bullshit about, well, they're getting an education. They're getting a free scholarship. College football actually has more leverage to say that because the NFL has a time requirement from when you graduate high school as opposed to when you can come into the NFL. But when it comes to college basketball, this whole notion of, well, you're getting a free education, man, if you one of the top recruits going to college, you don't give a damn about going to class. Excellent. There is no student athlete, not when it comes to college basketball, because the best players are staying for 1 year and then they out. And some of them have actually elected to go overseas for the year so they can get paid because they realize the NCAA ain't nothing but a big pimp. Fuck you, and fuck you. And the bigger the business, the more the bitch better go out and make my money. Biatch. And you may think I'm being over dramatic. No, I'm not. I'm being dead ass serious. The bigger the business, the more the demand is for these kids to go out and play and make these institutions money while they get nothing. You know what they get? You know what the players get for going out and making these institutions money by playing these sports? For their payment is they have a book report to do. The fuck? That's their payment. They got a book report. Okay, they have a lecture they have to go listen to. All the while, I'm out here. You want me to go out here and risk my health so I can go play for you, and for free? And then you have organizations like Washington State, Colorado State, and I hate to say it, and Virginia Tech, who are sitting here telling the players to don't pay attention to their corona test results, so you can play, or you could potentially lose playing time or your scholarship if you don't play. Man, miss me with that bullshit. That is disgusting. The NCAA would be getting exactly what it deserves if there is no college football season. They would be getting exactly what they deserve. These players, well, I respect the hashtag we want to play. That's great. But fucking pay me. Biatch. They are in a position where they could demand that. And it would be more legit than ever, because now you're talking about me risking my health.
Fuck you, and fuck you.
You know? Now, unfortunately, there are already players who have tested positive for COVID-19. So then those players who have tested positive, they're running the risk of testing positive again? For nothing? Come on, man. That's the boat that's being missed here. That is really the boat that is being missed here. You want to play great? Fucking pay me! I don't know. I don't want a payment in a book report. Oh, you're getting a free education. No, kiss my nuts. Period. I'm making you billions of dollars, and you talking about, well, you're getting a free education? Fuck you. Pay me. I mean, for real. I'm serious. The NCAA has gotten over for decades. When is there gonna be a football league that comes up where the players can come out of high school and play professionally until they're ready to go into the NFL? Even if they're just making $30,000 to $50,000 a year. I've talked about this before. When is that gonna come up to totally shut the NCAA down until they start opening up their rich and handsome checkbooks? Oh man, I swear. Anyway, I said I wasn't going to go on that for a long time, but I'm done. And if there's no college football, so what? You know, they're asking the questions, well, what's going to happen on Saturdays if there's no college football? Okay, for one, because everything is so unique this year with the fact that every sport that had cancellations, like the NBA, the MLB, the NFL hasn't had a cancellation, but they're planning on going full speed ahead. They said, what's going to happen on Saturdays? Well, let's think about this. Because of the restart to the NBA and the start up of Major League Baseball, there's going to be NFL, NBA, MLB, all playing at the same time till about the end of October. So you would generally be missing about a month in the month of November of Saturdays in college football before conference championships happen, which is usually the last week in November, first week of December. And then people get ready for bowl season. Okay, fine. So how much are you really missing on Saturdays? How much, honestly? And you know who's going to capitalize if there is no college football on Saturdays? The NFL is going to capitalize, because you think they won't move a couple of their primetime games into a Saturday slot? Oh my goodness. You think Roger Goodell isn't praying for the cancellation of the college football season? Because that is another way, another day of the week that the NFL can make revenue if their season goes on as scheduled. If the NFL has gotten some sense and thanks Major League Baseball for being the guinea pig of how not to do shit, since you're not going to be in a bubble. Oh my goodness, that could be more hundreds of millions of dollars for the NFL if the NCAA don't have college football this season. Fuck them. Let them get exactly what they deserve. And these players who they want to play, that's great. Get ready for the NFL draft. Do you think if Trevor Lawrence don't play this year, do you think that'll affect him from being the number one pick this year? I don't. I mean, Justin Fields may want to play more because there are questions about him. But Chuba Hubbard, the running back from Oklahoma State. Do you think that's going to affect his draft stock? No. A lot of people were wondering, well, why the hell did you come back for this season? Especially when you know your coach has some racial issues. So, I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? Go on about your business, college football. Go on about your business, get what the hell you deserve, or play in the fall. How about that? Or play in the fall, which I think would be kind of cool because when the NFL ends, they've been trying to have replacement football leagues, XFL. Unfortunately, it was working, but then the pandemic happened, But the AFL, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So either play in the fall or shut the fuck up because your leadership sucks. Your leadership sucks because you have no damn leadership. Anyway, all right, on to the next topic, which is the bubble in Orlando for the NBA. Oh, yeah, and by the way, if they cancel the college football season, all of that crap between Day and Harbaugh would have gone for absolutely nothing. Would have been for absolutely nothing. Anyway, in the bubble, this bubble is crazy because it's got that AAU/NCAA type of feel that's going on with the NBA. And, you're seeing some rising stars like TJ Warren from the Indiana Pacers, Michael Porter Jr. from the Denver Nuggets, Gary Trent Jr. from the Portland Trail Blazers. And it's really unpredictable with what is going to happen. I don't rule out the possibility of I don't rule out the possibility of the Toronto Raptors repeating. People are not taking them serious enough. The Raptors have it together. But the Lakers, man, they've lost 3 straight, and those 3 straight games, Anthony Davis has only averaged 11 points. I don't know, man. I don't know. And another thing, people have been saying all year, even before the shutdown because of the coronavirus, that, the Western Conference Finals, Lakers, Clippers. Are you sure about that? Are you honestly sure? Now, if Portland gets in, because the NBA, again, has done everything that it can to keep Memphis out the playoffs, and I think it's going to work, and mainly because of Memphis. They just haven't won any games. That's nobody's fault but theirs. But Portland is healthy. They have their stuff together. I'm not going to sit here and say that Portland can beat the Lakers, but they can definitely extend them more than they want to be extended, particularly the fact that this year's playoffs, you're not going to have that 3 days in between games rest, which I hated anyway. You're going to have to go out there and play. But also, there is another team that could really upset the apple cart here. The Denver Nuggets. Coming into this bubble, it was all about, for their team, all about the Joker, Jokic, lost a lot of weight, and Jamal Murray. But they have a third scorer that has stepped up that may be the best. Michael Porter Jr., the kid who was drafted a couple years ago, missed his entire rookie season because of back issue, which really cost him his only college basketball season at Missouri. Played in maybe like a handful of games, and it just wasn't working out for him. But the Denver Nuggets are scary because we knew they had Jokic. We knew they had Jamal Murray. This dude, Michael Porter, is dropping 30-point games like it ain't shit. Just like TJ Warren from the Indiana Pacers, to me, who has been the player of the bubble thus far, who's just come out of nowhere and is just dropping 30 and 40 and 50-point games like it ain't nothing. But the Denver Nuggets could upset this apple cart. Now, granted, the Clippers still aren't at full strength. Where you at, Montrezl Harrell? Are you playing or are you not? I understand you're going through things, but if you're going through things, take care of them. Just sit it out. But don't have everybody keep on wondering, well, when is Trez coming back? Because I still believe hands down that the Clippers are the best team in the NBA. Hands down, the deepest roster, the most talented roster. But these Denver Nuggets, man, is something. Like, I ain't honestly not trying to be funny. They try to throw Houston in as a wild card. I ain't worried about Houston. I'm not. I ain't worried about Houston. I ain't worried about Oklahoma City. That's a nice story. I ain't worried about Dallas. You know, even though Luka is a beast, that motherfucker is something special. And Porzingis, I'm telling you, when Porzingis gets fully right, within the next 2 to 3 years, Dallas is going to be a serious threat to win a championship, especially keeping Luka and Porzingis, throwing in Tim Hardaway Jr. as well, if they keep them together. But right now, as a Laker fan, I'm worried about 3 teams, and that's just in the West. I'm worried about having to see Portland in round 1 because they're loaded. They're not. If Portland was healthy the whole season, they wouldn't be no damn 8 seed. They'd probably be fighting the Clippers, the Nuggets, and the Jazz and Rockets for that 2 through 5 spot. You know, Dame and that beef between Dame and Paul George and Pat Beverly was just funny to me. But Dame and CJ, and you've got a renaissance resurgence from Carmelo Anthony, and Jerkic is healthy, and Collins is healthy, and you got Whiteside, so they're big enough. They're big enough to give the Lakers problems. Even the Lakers with McGee and Davis and Dwight Howard, they're big enough to where they can match that. Not, you know what I'm saying, point for point, but the bodies that they can throw at you. I'm worried about Portland. Obviously, the Clippers. I think the Clippers are better, but then the Denver Nuggets, particularly with the rise of Michael Porter Jr. I think that is a big time concern, and that's just from the West. From the East, I think the Raptors are better than the Lakers. I do. When I saw them play, I think Toronto is better than LA. They are a better coach team. Just because they don't have the household names, I think the Raptors are better than them. I do. I think the Bucks, I think in a 7-game series, I think the Lakers would beat the Bucks. I think they would beat them in 7 games. I think the Clippers would beat the Bucks in 6 games, personally. But things are getting very interesting because the Los Angeles Lakers need to get their ish together. There's some good games on the night. The Lakers play the Nuggets. I didn't think that you would see much LeBron and AD once they locked in the number 1 spot. But you got to send a message. You have to send a message. You know what I mean? You have to show that, hey, we're still the top dog in the West. So I think you're going to see LeBron and AD for the majority of that game. So definitely more to see. Definitely more to talk about. Yeah, PGA Championship, I don't give a damn. But with that being said, what a buzzer, what a buzzer, what a buzzer. Yeah, this was a quick episode. I'm on vacation, so I'll definitely be back quick. Heard a rumor that the Mike Tyson-Roy Jones fight got pushed from September 12th to November 28th. That sucks because now I have my questions of whether that fight will actually happen. But I'll get into that on the next podcast. It is your boy, Brandon Brevon Towns. If you have not hit that subscription button to Sports Plus Ligady, definitely do so and become part of the Sports Plus Life family. I'll get back at y'all later. Be safe. I'm out this bitch. Peace.